Welcome to the Ball in My Court podcast. Cortez here. Kevin Carter over Skype at the family. Must be getting some dinner. What's up, man?
Oh, no, I walked back over. I was just walking over there to take some keys back and stuff, and everybody was sitting around, so I told them to say, hey.
Oh, okay. I thought usually I know you over with your family, like you're gonna have some dinner. So I was like, maybe I'm not.
Oh no, I'll get that after I talk to you.
Well, what mom's cooking, man?
I don't know what they cooking. I think me and Nicole are going somewhere afterwards.
Oh, okay.
After I get done, I think we're going out to eat and go do something. I don't know yet.
Date night. All right.
Yeah, usually it's either Sunday or Monday. We try to go and do a date night. So.
How adorable.
We'll see. We'll see.
Definitely, man.
Who knows?
Hey, man. Well, enjoy yourself. I thought you was over there going to get a nice, good meal from Mom's. Nothing wrong with hot cooking.
I ate lunch over there. We really ate dinner over there last night. We had Mom did some roast and potatoes and some carrots in the Instapot.
Hey, man, will you stop making me slob over here, man? Dang, that sounds good.
Mom, you know better. You know Mom in that Instapot.
No, I'm about to say, yeah, and I know she can cook, so I already know you said, like, roast pork. I was like, oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, you've had that a couple of times, yeah. I think. Not out the Instapot, but you've had it a couple of times.
No, I had a couple of times. It's really, really good. No, your mom definitely holds it down in the kitchen, man.
Oh, don't worry. In a couple of months, you're going to get fed. So.
I might overdose, man.
Oh, we going to eat.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm looking forward to it, man. So, all right, man. Well, let's get right into it, man. I know we're not going to do a preview just yet. We'll do a preview of the first college football game to come up, but we'll say that a little bit for later. We will do some quick hits there, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the first college game of the year next, which is Saturday, but we'll save that.
This is kind of a mini college football preview.
Yeah, exactly. So there's going to be one out there, and so yeah, this is the time where we're going to be a little bit more.
And considering who it is, of course we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, obviously. So, So, starting off with NFL preseason, just little quick hits. You got Jerry Jones. Well, the Cowboys, they had a preseason game against the Rams. Cowboys won 14-10.
In Hawaii.
Yeah, of all places. In nice
Hawaii. I feel like y'all want to go play a game in Hawaii? Yes.
So
let's go. Yeah.
So speaking of, Jerry Jones says Zeke who? Tony Pollard, who basically just had a little display showing he had 42 yards and one touchdown against the Rams. Jones came out and said, well, obviously Pollard can be a coming to Elliott and stuff like that, and gave high praise to Tony Pollard. And as you know, there's contract disputes that Elliott and the Cowboys are having right now. So, Kevin, this fair or foul, man, that Jerry Jones come out and say this?
Well, what did I tell you on the last show? I told you, Jerry is who Jerry is. Jerry's going to go and say the stuff that he wants to say. He's going to throw everybody under the bus because that's just how Jerry is. But Jerry knows where his bread and butter on that team lies, and that's that offensive line. Mm-hmm. And they're convinced that they, just like I said last show, you can go inside Alfred Morris or this kid that they got now or whoever, and they think that they're going to go and succeed behind that line, which they may not. But that's how confident Jerry is in that offensive line. But they're going to have to get somebody signed pretty soon. They're going to have to sign one of the three pretty soon and tell the guy, hey, you're going to have to look at your money after the fact, or next year when we get more money knocked off the books, we'll be able to sign you in and stuff like that. So they got their money tied up in that offensive line as of right now, but we know the Cowboys have money. And they should be signing somebody. You know how I am. Me, not necessarily, I don't think Ezekiel Elliott should be the first guy to get paid just because of the way of how the league is going and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But Jerry coming out and saying that's just who Jerry is. You know how Jerry does. Jerry likes to stir the pot. Jerry likes to keep the Cowboys' name on everybody's tongue. So, of course, he's going to say something like that.
Yeah, you already know that the report was going to run with this headline that he came out and said Zeke who. And this,
of course they is, but we know Jerry don't mean nothing by it. Yeah, Jerry's just saying it. Jerry's just saying it to keep it out there and to be like, hey, Zeke, you going to come in and play, then we can talk about money. But if you're going to stay away and stuff like that, okay, we'll ride out with whoever we got here.
Yeah, apparently Zeke has still been, doing the training elsewhere and doing.
Well, he's coming back to Dallas today.
So
he was in Mexico,
right.
And he's apparently flying back into the States and going back to Dallas today.
Gotcha. So yeah,
So we'll see where it all goes. If I'm him, look, go and play the damn year. Just go and play. We know you want a contract. We know you're you're the big catalyst to how the Cowboys go per se and everything like that. Dude, just go play the year out.
Mm-hmm.
Go play the year. You know they're going to run you into the ground anyway because you're in your first 3 years, you've gotten so many touches, over 1,000 touches in 3 years.
Yeah.
So you know they're going to use you like a workhorse whenever you come back anyway. So go play out the rest. You're getting. It ain't like you're not getting paid because you were the number 3 pick in the draft. You got paid.
Oh yeah.
You just got. I know, but I know it's because of his position and everything like that is the reason why he's trying to get it. Dude, just go and play this year out. Next year you'll get paid.
I know that's right. This is also the same team, same management that just offered Dak $30 million and then he refused, which is crazy.
I don't think he asked for $40 million, like a lot of people said, and I don't think it was $30 million a year, like a lot of people said.
Mm-hmm. I
think the $30 million that came out was guaranteed money. That's what I'm thinking, because you're not going to turn down $30 million a year with $70 mil guaranteed. You're not going to turn that down. So I'm thinking that the $30 mil was the guaranteed money. Is what I'm starting to think. You know how things get thrown out of whack, and when reports come out and all that stuff, and things get all discombobulated. But I think that's what it was. Because you see, quarterbacks now are getting 70 mil for guarantees now.
Right.
Yeah, if you offer Dak 40, 50 mil guaranteed at 20-something mil a year, bam, you got it. That's what you're going to have to offer him to get him. The key in this one is they need to do something with Amari Cooper before Amari jumps. That's the one. That's their key guy that they need to get. They need to get him locked up. Let him play a year with Dak. If Dak turns out to be really good, because you got to think Dak didn't have that receiver because Dez Bryant was always hurt.
Yep.
Dak never had that true one receiver to play with. Now you give him a whole year with Amari Cooper, see how both of them do with each other, then you'll be able to know what you need to drop on contracts.
Oh yeah, no, this is.
But Zeke is still the damn headache. So you just got you got to. I think I'm just thinking that's why they're so hesitant with Zeke. We know why you want him to go hurry up and sign, because he's your keeper in the fantasy league. But I think it's just they have that stuck in the back of their mind that he's a headache, and that's why they're hesitant to pull the trigger on giving him money. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, I know I've seen it before where guys would be headaches and their teams kind of inch back on what they'll be able to give people.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, because you have Amari Cooper who's been relatively quiet. Dak Prescott's pretty relatively quiet. Every time Zeke was in the news.
Yeah, they've never said nothing. So. You haven't heard them say anything. You've heard agents and stuff say stuff, but Zeke is the one that comes out and actually says something.
Yeah,
I'm like, pay the dudes that are what the league is turning into focus, and that's the passing game. It's not like Zeke is that guy that comes out the backfield and they could throw him the ball and everything like that. Zeke is just a running back.
Yeah, arguably probably one of the top running backs in the NFL. I mean, I don't know how much. I just know he's definitely a big part of their offense, and Dallas with this. But that line again, it's great. Yeah, I agree.
That line is that thing that you say, well, if they don't sign Zeke or whatever, can somebody else come behind it and do it? And that's their mentality in Dallas is, look, we've got this offensive line. Anybody can run behind it. So we'll soon find out. If they don't give him a deal and he sits out, we'll soon find out if they can do that. Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing. If come week 4, dude's blowing up, Zeke will come back without a contract or not. But if come week 4, they're struggling without Zeke, that's when he'll get his money. I liken this to the Dallas situation when they had Emmitt Smith, when Emmitt was holding out because Emmitt wanted his money. And many could argue Emmitt was the Dallas Cowboys offense back then. They struggled for them first 4 games. They signed Emmitt. They went on to win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, it's a similar situation to how it was back then when Emmitt was holding out.
Right.
But first 4 games of the season is we'll know what's going to happen with this contract negotiation, unless Zeke signs between now and then, which I don't see happening.
Nah. Yeah, we'll be in to see what happens there. Dallas Cowboys is
poor Cortez
got this coming into the season with a distraction. Hey,
poor Cortez got to find a new keeper.
Hey man, we'll see what happens. I got to make some creative moves here. So, let's give a shout out to your boy, man, Blake Bortles, man. He had threw the ball 7 out of 11, 62 yards, one touchdown pass to JoJo Natson.
He's thrown more touchdown passes in the preseason than Nick Foles had.
Really?
Yeah, Nick Foles hasn't even played in a game, so
yeah, I'm about to say, Nick Foles played? Because I'm sitting there thinking, like, he played?
No, the Jaguars, here's what I've realized with the Jaguars. They're like, look here, because I watched some of their preseason games, and I've seen how bad their second and third stringers are. Uh-huh. I'm like, now I know the reason why they're sitting 30-something people a game. They're like, look here, because if any of you 30 people get hurt, we are literally screwed. They ain't none of y'all playing, because if any of y'all get hurt, we is going to be screwed.
Like you just see it from the visual.
But they've already said that most of the starters are going to play against Miami in the 3rd preseason game. Don't know how much, but they're going to play some.
Okay. Talk about your boy Blake, man. I know you. This is your guy.
Well, he's gotten into a good situation. He's in a good place for a quarterback under that system, and he's away from here, and he's now going to be a backup. So he's got all that pressure and stuff off of his back now. To where when you were here, he had all this pressure and everybody. And you had good Blake, bad Blake, good Blake, bad Blake, and everybody, and all of this pressure and just people getting on him here when they've had so much turnover here. It wasn't all his fault, because the turnover that we had in Jacksonville was, I think he went through 4 years and went through 5 offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad to see him get some new scenery. Get another chance to back up. He's still making money because we're paying him. He literally signed out there for the minimum that vet could get, because we're still paying him $16 million. We're paying him $16 million to play somewhere else.
Wow. How many years he got left?
Well, mind you, our backup looks like he has to wind up and looks like he hurts himself when he goes to throw the ball. But hey, we could have had him still here as a backup. But I'm glad he's out there under a good quarterback coach, and he'll get a chance to play this year, because we all know Goff's going to go down with an injury.
Yeah.
There are certain guys that you can depend on that are going to go down with injuries. Goff is one of them. Goff is one of them. Nick Foles is one of them. Wentz is one of them. It's like the old guys never get hurt, but all these young guys get hurt.
Yeah.
Go figure. Tom Brady never get hurt. He got hurt 1 year. That was it.
Drew Brees.
Ben Roethlisberger gets hurt and still plays in the stinking game. Drew Brees got hurt 1 year. Ever since then, I'm fine. It's insane. The one guy